Welcome, folks. As you can see here, keeping in compliance with the other shows, your Raws, your SmackDowns, your NXTs, AEWs. We are coming to you tonight in an empty arena, in an empty room. It's only myself, Big Shot Joe.
Yep.
For, safety reasons. We will not have an audience this evening. But we're still going to bring you a damn good show. Here at the, what is it? The 3-2-1 what?
3-2-1 screw Throwdown.
Throwdown.
Alright. So a lot of stuff going on in the world today,
Yes,
man.
yes.
You got
This
that
is true.
COVID-19 virus.
COVID-19. The Mexican beer plague.
I don't know what it is, man, but that shit needs to go away.
Coronavirus. Yeah, it's got everything topsy-turvy, upside down, backwards,
Stock market's
inside
crashing.
out. It's, yeah.
People are going insane over toilet paper, which
They are. Things
is mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, people aren't. This is a little tidbit if you want to know just how crazy things have gotten right now. Yesterday, I was passing a Chinese restaurant, and the back door, they were letting all the cats and dogs go. They were setting them loose. That's how upside down and backwards things are right now. I seen it. I was watching. I couldn't believe it.
What time did you start drinking yesterday? So, no, I mean, and I really was trying to run around find stuff. All paper goods essentially, man. You know, the only thing I could find yesterday was tissues, and I had to go to a gas station to get paper towel.
They say in a pinch though you can use flour tortillas for toilet paper.
I choose not to use that theory.
Because they're soft, I guess.
Well, you wouldn't want to use a hard shell.
Probably clean better.
Yeah, true, but that's for a discussion for another time.
It's probably for just a discussion we shouldn't have, period.
Yeah, ever. So,
using hard shell tacos for toilet paper.
Seriously, main thing I want to just say is, this is weird for America. I mean, this is weird for the entire world right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, wash your hands. Don't touch your face.
If you eat with your feet, wash your feet.
Yes, absolutely do that. Just, good hygiene, guys, and don't go out and, stay home, chill, relax.
And listen, because we're here on YouTube, we know about the other things that go on YouTube, and we've seen the videos of these idiots doing the coronavirus challenges, where they're out licking public doorknobs and toilet seats in public places.
What the hell is wrong with them?
Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's retarded.
We like to think that our audience is smarter than that, except for those few that we talked about, but they're special.
Got the restraining order on them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
So anyways,
But
listen,
yeah, I
listen,
heard
this
about
isn't,
that, Bill.
We're not, this isn't a, a CDC, update type video. We're not.
No.
We're here to talk. We're here to talk empty arena wrestling, my friends. That's what we're here to talk about.
That's right, because the show
Beginning
goes
with
on.
last week's SmackDown was the first one with the empty arena.
Yeah.
Very different the look and feel about it. It was weird seeing the rest, because each show, I mean, they did have a couple of handful, one or two matches, in each show. Like SmackDown, we had Daniel Bryan and Cesaro in a match.
Daniel Bryan won that, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
We had Sasha Banks and Bayley took on Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
And they got the victory,
Yeah,
Bayley and Sasha. So, your
yeah.
main thing was...
And then we had, just people cutting, doing their promos and talking. Miz and Morrison came out, cutting a little promo about being the greatest tag team, and, but just patting themselves on the back and tooting their own horns. And they were pulling the old, if there's anyone here who disagrees with us not being the greatest tag team, of all time, go ahead and let us hear it now.
They didn't hear a sound.
But nobody. If you do not agree, it was kind of stupid but funny at the same time.
Yeah, I mean,
so they had that.
But here's the thing. I don't know if we mentioned that all these were filmed the whole week of WWE, the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. So it's weird though. It's kind of cool, unique, but it's really weird.
Now, for those of you who don't know, who didn't watch, the Performance Center, even if they were full, if they had crowds there, they still only hold like
200
couple hundred people too, maybe 300 people.
Because I mean that's more or less when they're training for NXT.
Yeah.
If they make it, then they go on past that, But
yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, nobody knows how to react to this right now in America. There's some theories out there and all this stuff, but that's for,
Again, stop trailing off. We're not talking about coronavirus. This isn't the coronavirus video. We're talking about what happened in wrestling.
Okay.
Jesus. This guy, I mean, he will turn everything into a worry session. Stop. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about wrestling.
Yes, we are. So, as a filler, because they didn't have a full-fledged show for SmackDown, they got to use what they have. They decided to give everybody a treat and let them see the Tag Team Elimination Chamber match on SmackDown. So that took up probably a good hour, maybe 40 minutes.
They did eat up a good chunk of time with that replay.
Which, you know what? I get it. They got to have something.
Well, and not all the wrestlers can necessarily get to the Performance Center,
No, they probably said who wants to wrestle, who wants to work,
Yeah, I mean they did a couple live things.
Maybe go home and be with your families right now before.
I thought it was kind of cool, kind of unique how Triple H was out there.
Well, that was going to be the next thing. Yeah, the announcing team. Triple H was it was like a 1 hour comedy show for him, man.
Yeah. It was funny, Michael Cole made a comment about it. He says, I started my career, 23 years ago or however long it was, ago with, being tormented and, antagonized by DX in the middle of the ring. And here we are all these years later and...
Still happening.
It's still happening, yeah. I thought that was kind of funny.
Triple H looked like he looks like he'd be like funny, like goofball.
Yeah.
When not working. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, I get that from him, the way he jokes around on the mic and all that.
They did there was a moment when a big reveal. They had Mojo Rawley come out to the announce table. He's out there talking to him, and he announced that his best friend, his buddy, Gronk, Gronkowski, former tight end for the New England Patriots,
has officially.
He's going to be part of the WWE. He's going to be wrestling. He signed.
What's this world coming to? Tom Brady going to the Bucks.
Yeah.
What?
Gronkowski's going to be a wrestler. I saw that coming a couple years ago, though.
Because he was in one of the Battle Royals, right?
Yeah, Gronk. He's the type. I could see him in it. He's
a big dude.
So, yeah, supposedly he's supposed to be on the next SmackDown episode of SmackDown. He's supposed to be on it. So
WrestleMania is coming up.
We shall see.
Then,
of course, the big thing that it was everyone was waiting for, the ends of the show, Michael Cole introduced John Cena, who comes out into the ring and she starts talking about the Fiend. And Michael Cole asks him, he says, what do you think about
the Fiend blaming
Bray Wyatt's claims, saying that it was the
John
loss
Cena.
to you at WrestleMania that began the downward spiral for him.
WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
So 6 years ago.
2014. Yeah. So, like, what do we say? And he says, well, well, what do I say to that? Well, they're not gonna like my response. I say, I'm used to it. He said that, so there's lots of guys, who, could claim that, could say that, but he talked about how he himself, he says, but he says, I didn't. He says, I myself have suffered some monumental losses in my career.
He brought
up losing to the Miz,
CM Punk in
he
Chicago.
loses, to CM Punk, at Mania. He brought up, getting beat down by Brock Lesnar Mania. He mentioned, getting decimated by Undertaker that year in what was just basically a squash match. Taker over Cena. I still was shocked by that one. I just couldn't believe that. So he says, but did people start saying that, Cena's buried? He says, no, because they know who I am, the type of person I am. I overcome and I come back stronger and harder. So he basically said that
his goal.
Yeah, his goal was to take Bray Wyatt out of the equation. He said he put that WWE. How many times they gonna how many they're gonna give him 5 and 6 chances? He said that they need to start taking chances on investing in these young guys
like Ciampa.
He mentions Ciampa and Riddle and Velveteen Dream and Drew McIntyre and Rhea Ripley. He named them specifically, and he basically said that he was gonna put an end to the most overhyped, overrated, overprivileged, person in Bray Wyatt, and it was, he was not sweet and nice about his comments.
Who was sitting in the audience?
And then, of course, we hear "Yowie Wowie," come from the crowd.
Funhouse Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, not the Fiend. Funhouse Bray.
Funhouse Bray.
Sitting in the crowd, hops over. The funniest thing about that is as soon as he hops over the barricade to the ring, you see Michael Cole in the background, booking it out. He's like, "Yep, I'm out." He's out of the ring with the quickness.
Yep.
And Bray gets in and confronts John and starts, telling him, basically, just giving it right back. It's about John. He's like, "Oh, look at you, boy, you're doing great, aren't you? You're a big Hollywood movie star. You still got big muscles, and you got your beautiful girlfriends on tap." And he said most people wouldn't know what it was like to be, to be, in your shoes for one day, but and then he said he talked about how after that loss, it ate at him, and the voices in his head drove him crazy to the point where he wanted to just push his thumbs into his skull and smash his brain into a million pieces just so he could get
verbatim. That's what he said.
Moments of peace.
Yeah, that's wow.
He says, but then he finally stopped fighting with the voices in his head
and started listening.
And he started listening. He talked about how the Fiend put all the broken pieces back together, and gave him a purpose or whatever. And the part I liked best in that whole thing was when he told John that it's gonna be a slaughter. Only you don't know it yet. I mean, he was face to face with him, and he's, how he does. He's got his head down, and the thing about it was crazy is he's cutting this deep, serious promo, and he kept in the middle. He kept doing that Bray Wyatt
like
laugh,
psycho
which
laugh.
just makes it sound even more maniacal. And
Diabolical.
yeah, it was great. I loved it. But when he said that, it's gonna be a slaughter. Only you don't know it yet.
No. Well,
Let me in, John.
let me in. Let me in.
And then it just cuts out, and you hear the laugh track. So.
And that's how the show ended. Was with the laugh
So yeah,
track.
so that's. I really like how they're building up this the whole.
Cena, Fiend.
And I like the way that they're putting. It's like they're giving so much more significance to this match by them talking about how it was the match at WrestleMania 30 that started him, you know, spiraling out of control. Right. Basically, whoa, we just lost our banner, folks. Did you see that? Did you see the size of that chicken?
So, anywho.
It came untied.
The show must go on.
It must.
So, we jump into Raw, and one of the matches notable.
Wait a minute. I was in the middle of talking about how I like the fact that they're putting the significance of the Cena Fiend match.
Yes, sorry. That's called investment.
Yeah. But they're taking it back to WrestleMania 30. Like, this is something that's been brewing and festering for the last 6 years. You know, the Bray Wyatt has dreamt about and waited for this moment to exact his revenge against the guy who crushed his dreams or whatever, you know. Just I dig that. I like how they tied that together. It's very cool.
Oh yeah, dude, and it's gonna be, dude.
I honestly say
I have a theory about that.
I think I mean, I may be wrong. I don't know, but I really truly think that Bray Wyatt. I think a lot of this stuff with the Fiend and Bray Wyatt and all, I think a lot of it's Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's coming up with these ideas and these angles and all this stuff. I really do. I don't think this is, you know, writers that have come up with this. I feel that this is Bray Wyatt. Them kind of letting Bray Wyatt take the reins a little bit on this whole Fiend thing.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. And as Joey was, you know, so eager to jump into, we're going over to Raw. Again, another same scenario. Empty arena.
Empty performance center.
Empty performance center.
So it was Rey Mysterio versus Andrade.
With Asuka.
On commentary.
On commentary.
Screaming everything in Japanese.
Yes, not a lick of it in English, which makes it even better, in my opinion.
Yeah, but the King apparently was able to understand her.
Yeah.
He was able to make out exactly everything she had to say. So I was glad he was there to translate. You know, it was also Monday Night Raw was also 3/16, Stone Cold Steve Austin Day.
Yes, it was.
So Austin had, well, that'll be near the end of the show. But
that was at the end of the show. Yeah. It's not near the end. That was the last segment.
So Stone Cold is supposed to be there.
So let's talk about the stuff that happened before that.
Yeah, man, I get it. I'm just bringing up what they were promoting Raw to be was 3/16 Day. All right, step off my nuts. They showed the 2020
every week.
Every week what? What'd I do?
What did they show?
The 2020 Royal Rumble match. They showed it in its entirety. Wow, I am stuttering like a son of a gun.
Yeah.
So they showed it in its entirety, and they also showed the women's Elimination Chamber match from the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view for the right to face Becky Lynch at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship, which we know Shayna Baszler had won that. I don't know, what was another match on there? I know we had Rey and Andrade. Rey won that.
We had the Edge promo.
That's right. Edge came out, and Edge was pretty much what? Edge was saying that you know, Beth was actually going to come out and say that Edge was going to retire again after the beating. But then after Randy put his hands on Beth Phoenix, Edge has decided he wants Randy Orton in a last man standing match at WrestleMania, which is unique. I thought they were just going to do a one-on-one matchup. So, I'm stoked.
Yeah. Well, you knew. No big surprise that, oh my goodness, what? He was going to retire? No, he wasn't. We all know he signed a 3-year deal.
3-year deal. We're not stupid.
But, you know.
A for
Still,
storytelling.
it was. I will say this: with the empty arenas, so they didn't have to, you know, fit crowds in, and they could do a lot more. Like with the promos, man. You notice they were more like zoomed in and up, right up on the wrestlers and all. They just felt more.
Kind of remind me of the NWA.
You know, it's just it was just.
You know?
It just there wasn't a crowd. They were just talking right to a camera. You know, there was no one cheering, no one yelling, no one booing. It was just them and the camera and them talking to whoever they was talking to. It just seemed to make the promos seem to be more intense. You know, so dogs are barking at anything and everything. That would be Jackson and Romeo. Yeah, that's you. Would you guys hush? We're trying to do a show. Good Lord. Just interrupting. We're sorry.
Manners. They have no manners.
So yeah,
we also had the Undertaker AJ Styles promo.
yeah. Well, it was supposed to be the Undertaker AJ Styles contract signing.
Yes.
But
Taker shows up.
Shows up. You hear the gong. Everything comes in. There was no
Walking
slow,
slowly.
methodical march to the ring. There was no trench coat. There was no hat. He was walking to the ring with a purpose. You know, no shirt, hair all pulled back and ponytail down his back, with a do-rag bandana on his head. And I gotta go see what these dogs carry on about. Tell them about it.
Yeah. So a lot of people thought it was the Dead Man Big Evil when he was, you know, he would change up his biker gimmick a little bit. So like back in 2003, 2002, 2003, it was kind of cool to see him kind of maybe, is he going to end his career on that note? Is he, just changing it up again, maybe giving us back, back to the biker time of his career. Back in 2000, 2001 is when it started.
Sorry, folks.
Yep.
Glass front door. There's a cat outside in the front yard that's got the dogs barking and going nuts.
That little bastard. But Undertaker comes out and he's flipping the table. He doesn't want to wait. He doesn't want to do no stuff.
Yeah, he's just pacing back and forth.
Yeah, he just wants to whoop AJ Styles'
and then
ass.
AJ's music kicks up.
Yep.
He starts pacing, looking, nothing.
So AJ Styles.
AJ's music kicks up a second time.
Yeah.
No one comes out.
Nope.
Taker's starting to get visibly aggravated in the ring.
Yep.
And then you hear AJ start talking, and he's up on the big screen. He's somewhere in the back, and he begins to start to go off on Taker again, calling him Mark.
Yeah, using his real name, like.
Yeah, telling him, oh yeah, just.
Yeah, he don't like that.
Yeah, he talked about his wife again.
How his wife is, what is it? Sabotaging his career, or.
Yeah, not letting him retire,
Yep.
money hungry, all that stuff.
So.
Made it really personal.
Yeah.
It just kind of went, yeah.
Like, I just figured, okay, they're going to just do Taker versus AJ, and then we'll see who wins.
It was almost like that Saturday Night Live skit between Junkyard Mutt and
Coco, watch out.
Coco, watch out.
This guy here, he has herpes.
The doctor said it was the worst case
He'd ever seen. If you smell what the Coco is cooking. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, real quick on YouTube, pause this video.
I've been catfishing you with your daughter's picture.
If you haven't, pause this video, go check that out.
No, pause this video. Finish watching our video. When you're done, go look up SNL Wrestling
WWE promo.
Or WWE promo. There you go.
Yeah.
SNL WWE promo.
So check it out. It was funny.
But do it after our video's over.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Stop it and go. What
Please.
kind of YouTube guy do you tell people to stop watching our video right now and go watch some other stuff?
Because I want them to understand what we're laughing about.
Okay, but they can go there when our video's over, man. You want them to watch our stuff. We don't want you to go. I don't want you to go.
I don't want you to go.
Apparently, he doesn't care if you guys stay or go somewhere else.
Should I stay or
He's
should
recommending
I go?
you know what? Just stop, unsubscribe, stop watching us,
Preposterous.
and so go.
Yeah. Build. Shush. Next.
This guy.
This guy right here.
Right here.
So
So it's going to be intense when Taker and AJ clash.
it's gonna be
At
good.
Mania.
Taker's looking pretty good for his age.
AJ
man.
says he's gonna retire him once and for all.
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Not as long as Vince can sign a check.
Nah. So, well, that just leaves.
NXT.
Well, no. The Austin Beer Bash.
Oh
man.
yeah, the Austin Beer Bash.
Stone Cold comes out with cue cards.
316 Day. We're talking about the rules of 316 Day.
And that there is no rules.
Basically, at any time, 4-letter words are acceptable at any time. And Byron Saxton is every time he comes up with one of these little things, Byron Saxton is like rating them. He's got these big cards with numbers. And he rates them, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. Some of them he gives good rating toward. Oh, excuse me. Some of them he gives them, and Stone Cold's like a 5. Really? Man, tough crowd. And he talks about 316 Day. It's acceptable. It's acceptable at any time to. For your boss, to make your boss work for you or something to that effect. He was just going on. He had a whole bunch of them. And then at the end, of course, he calls Byron. He's like, Byron, you know what? You've been a good sport. Would you come on down to the ring and,
have a beer with Stone Cold.
Would you like to have a beer toast, a beer bash, whatever, with Stone Cold? Oh, yeah, and he comes out there. So Stone Cold gives him beer, and he does his, and he smashes the beer and he does it, and then
gives him the stunner.
It's like you seeing it coming, like tomorrow's sunrise. A
Just
stunner to Byron Saxton.
You better believe it.
And then whose music kicks up? Oh, you know what? We forgot to mention this too, but Becky Lynch music kicks up, and she comes out. Who, to start the show off, ripped a pretty intense promo with against Shayna Baszler too. So that's gonna be an intense match.
Oh yeah. So.
But I see Baszler winning.
I do too.
So yeah, so there was a beer. So she comes out, and then Stone Cold tells her, he says, "Oh, last time I was in a ring with you, you gave me a Stone Cold stunner." She's like, "Oh, hey, I'm not this time." So they beer bash. Then they pick Byron Saxton up, and Becky Lynch gives Byron Saxton a stunner. And then Stone Cold picks him up and gives him one more stunner. It was kind of funny. I got a kick out of it.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, it was.
So, well, the next thing really, there wasn't really too much that happened on NXT. Was
Not a whole lot, yeah.
All they did was really show that match between Ciampa and Adam Cole at the last takeover for the championship.
The one where Gargano turned on Ciampa.
Yep. So, well,
You know.
let's address this thing that's been hitting social media.
Keith Lee came out, did a little promo thing too.
Okay.
Talking.
Right. The North American champ.
Yeah.
But let's address this thing that's been hitting social media like crazy right now. We know all the sporting events have been canceled, rescheduled, can't go to crowds bigger than 50 people, So what does that mean for the biggest show of the year?
Well, wait a minute. You're jumping ahead again.
We talked about NXT. There wasn't really nothing.
No, but there's AEW.
Right, we wanted to end with AEW, you said.
Right.
So I
Do
have
the other four,
WrestleMania.
meaning doing NXT first and then AEW, and then we'll talk about the WrestleMania and all that stuff.
I stand corrected, folks. We'll go ahead and do AEW first before WrestleMania. AEW.
Yeah, because AEW's got some stuff I want to talk about. Those of the four, again, they were an empty arena show too. But there was a lot more stuff that went on AEW Dynamite than in the other shows.
Put together.
Because we had the debut of
The Exalted
the
One.
Exalted One, who is none other than Brody Lee, aka Luke Harper.
From the WWE.
Yes.
Member of the Wyatt family.
So it has been revealed that he is the Exalted One. He is the leader of the Dark Order. And apparently their first feud, their first faction group they're going after is SCU. Christopher Daniels, Kazarian, Stone Cold Scorpio. So that's because Daniels was out there going on in the ring talking about how that there is no Exalted One, it's just the two of you and yada yada, and you guys are making all this stuff up, and all of a sudden that's when so the vignette starts playing
and you hear somebody talking and they're showing the video.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see it. You see someone in a
train
hooded white jacket robe kind of thing,
covering his face.
And then he reveals that it was Brody Lee, and he talks to him, and he tells him, what's he telling him? He says, Christopher Daniels, you're not the first misguided old man who didn't believe what I said or whatever. He says, but you'll definitely be the last. And then the lights go out, and when they come back on, Brody Lee's in the ring.
Standing.
And he,
with
the big
Dark
boot
Order.
he's standing over, the big boot to Christopher Daniels, and everyone just jumps on Kazarian, and they beat him down. And
how impressed were you?
He does this move where he grabs the guy and he holds him almost like he was going to do a Sister Abigail. The way he holds him, and then he stands it back up and he does
a discus clothesline.
Like a discus clothesline.
That was
brutal.
That was his signature move in WWE, was the discus clothesline. He just never did that Sister Abigail thing.
Yeah,
that was kind of taking a shot at WWE. Maybe,
yeah.
Like I was in the Wyatt family. Here we go.
I find it interesting because, like we were talking earlier, him being a follower, of the Wyatt family all this time.
Now branching out.
You never hardly ever heard him talk, and now he's now he's the leader of this group. So it's going to be interesting. And then the other big reveal was.
Which is what I saw in our last show. This was something we were talking about last week. It proved it.
When was Brody Lee coming?
No, and the other one that we're about to talk about.
Oh. The other big reveal was Broken Matt Hardy.
Delete!
Yep, he showed up. And he's apparently going to be joining forces with the Elite,
to take on
Nick Jackson, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page,
to take on
because the one Jackson brothers out of commission.
Cody Rhodes.
Huh?
You were just naming off the people.
No, Cody Rhodes has got his issues are with Lance Archer now, who was with
Oh
Jake
yeah,
the
yeah,
Snake,
yeah. That's right.
who made his appearance last week.
AEW is getting really good, man.
Yeah. So we got Lance Archer coming in. He's got Jake the Snake teaching him the ropes. He's going after Cody Rhodes, and then we got Matt Hardy showing up, joining forces with the Elite to take on Jericho in the Inner Circle.
So who's feuding with Moxley now?
Moxley is still feuding with Jericho in the Inner Circle too. But Moxley's he's, as we said, he's the anti-hero. He's the guy who just
He's the Stone Cold.
Yeah, he's his own guy. He's not with anyone. He's with himself.
Yeah.
So
Big time.
but I think it would be interesting seeing if Moxley and Matt Hardy tagged in some matches against some of the guys from Inner Circle.
Oh yeah, and it's.
Yeah, you're right. AEW is they're getting more people in there now. They're getting some bigger names.
They got some
now.
good. They got some good writers.
And they're creating storylines. This whole thing with Jake the Snake, bringing in his client, going after Cody, like he's got issues with Cody and the Rhodes family and Arn Anderson and all. You got Matt Hardy coming in helping the Elite go right after the Inner Circle. You got Brody Lee coming in and targeting the Dark Orders, targeting SCU. So they're building these feuds
with these factions.
Yeah, and I kind of dig that. I'm really anxious to, I'm wondering who you'll see next there. My prediction is I think you're going to end up seeing the Revival in AEW.
You were talking about that. It could be possible. I mean, those guys.
Because WWE stopped using them. They're not paying them anymore. They stopped paying them. They're not getting paid.
How do you
They're
know?
not
What
using
happened?
them because I was reading about it.
But why are they not
They
paying
pulled them from all storylines.
Are they still under contract? Or are they released, or what?
I don't know what the deal is.
I haven't even noticed, to be honest with you. That's what happens with talent too. You'll watch, and then eventually when things fade away, it's like, what happened to this guy? What happened to this guy?
Don't forget, we also got Colt Cabana is also
in AEW
in AEW now, and he's kind of partnered up with
the Elite.
No.
Who?
Was it the Elite?
SCU.
Well, yeah, he was partnered up with SCU.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting.
Absolutely.
It's a breath of fresh air for wrestling fans.
So yeah, all 4 shows with the empty arenas are interesting, and as Joey was eager to get to telling you about, the possibilities,
the show of shows
of WrestleMania being broadcast to no audience.
Well, that's what they're gonna do, is what they're saying. Vince still plans on doing it, but they're gonna have it. You know what?
I'm hearing so many different rumors though. You also heard rumor that they're gonna do it over a couple of days' time. They're gonna do some matches on a Saturday, some matches on a Sunday. The whole weekend's worth of stuff on WrestleMania weekend.
Right, and they're gonna have it scheduled out which matches are gonna be on which days so that the fans know. I mean, you know what? I gotta give it to Vince. It's not his fault. He's still trying to go through with it. Me personally, I know it's a lot of money they're losing, but I would have just seen if I could change the date for the event. But the thing is, nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going on.
Right. I mean, we're talking a possibility of this going on for weeks more, months even. It's just so we just don't know. It's so hard to tell. I mean, everything. All these business closing, kids out of school, people out of work. You're telling people self-quarantine, there are more and more cases.
Showing up, developing.
Who knows? I mean, really, no one does. No one does. This is new to a lot of people. A lot of people have never gone through something, like this. Not even, some people not even close to something like this. So, it's gonna be interesting. I'm hearing rumors that they're talking about that they're gonna pre-tape, a few episodes. Basically, they're gonna pre-tape this week's SmackDown's gonna be live, again in front of an empty performance center. But they're talking about taping the remaining SmackDowns and Raws up to Mania weekend. So they'll because they don't know how long they might get to a point where they can't even have their performers, grouped together. They can't even be together then. They'll close that down. They're doing it with no crowds, but they don't know what's going on, so they're going to pre-tape it so that they can still put something on TV in the slots.
So I gotta give it to them though, man. They still want to entertain.
So
Most companies, the thing is, man, it's just you got all these companies closing down. You got all this stuff going on, and the thing is, what's to say after this is over that they come back?
But that's again, we're getting off into a whole different topic involving this. We're talking, again, as I've tried to tell you, we're talking about the effects of this on the world of wrestling right now and what's going on, because that's what this show is all about, is wrestling.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
We're not talking about what's happening to small businesses and this and that. We're talking about wrestling and the effects that this is having on this industry.
On a quick note, if you haven't seen it already, don't forget to check out the St. Patty's Day video that Bill uploaded. It was also Bill's birthday.
Yep. St. Patty's Day drinking.
He drank, I don't even know how many shots, but we have video footage of him drinking. So check it out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a fun little video slideshow, a handful of pictures, a few little videos of us, drinking and acting a fool. So, and always, as always, keep an eye out for the next movie reviews.
Yep.
We did as you know, though,
Hunt to Kill.
the one that we just did was
Stone Cold
Hunt to
Steve
Kill with
Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you haven't watched it yet,
Check it out.
after
Worth a
you're done
watch.
here, go back, check it out. Check out the St. Patty's Day drinking video.
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and that notification bell.
Absolutely, because you
Show
don't
us
want
some
to miss.
support.
You don't want to miss any of the riveting things that we bring to you each and every time here at 321 Screw.
Absolutely.
So, well,
I think that about does it, man.
yeah, there wasn't a lot going on. We've pretty much covered everything. At this point, we just gotta let's see what the next week brings us.
Ladies and gentlemen, just be safe.
Absolutely. Use whatever necessary precautions you need to. And let me also say this. Let's try to be nice to each other. Everyone wants to get to the store and get stuff. You don't need 64 bottles of hand sanitizer.
No.
You know what?
You're being a douche if you
listen,
do that.
Take a dozen of them and leave the rest for someone else. If you have to take a bunch, take like 10.
I would say just take a few bottles. I mean,
well, that would be, most people, get about 5 of them.
Right.
That's acceptable, 5 bottles, because you'll be using it a lot. But yeah, these people, are taking, they're, you guys are out there clearing off the entire shelf of toilet paper, knowing that there's other people out there that are trying to get, and it's just, people are fighting in the stores. Let's leave the WWE shit in the ring. Not at Walmart and Costco and BJ's
Publix.
and Sam's and Albertsons, Piggly Wiggly,
Aldi's,
whatever the hell store that you're shopping at.
the gas station.
Target, Gap, Foot Locker, Lady Foot Locker.
Gee, are they paying us to
I don't
be plugging all
know,
these
but
stores?
I'm just saying.
I know, man. It's
Just
true.
saying.
It's true.
It's craziness out there.
It is, man. And I just like everything else, we'll overcome it.
We need Hurricane Helms to save us. And make
Stand
everything right.
back! There's a hurricane coming through. Sorry.
So, anyways, you guys
What's up with that?
just you know,
That's what he would say.
just be smart, man. Use your head.
Hurricane.
You know,
Yeah.
wash your hands. You know, use sanitizer. You know, wipe things down. Clean things. When you wipe counters down, wipe your phone down. Your phone.
And under your
One of the
nail,
dirty
under
things.
your fingernails.
One of the dirtiest
Oh,
things
man.
in your pocket right now is your phone.
That's
You know,
it.
wipe your phone down. Wipe your car keys and stuff down. You know, get your little sanitizer and rub it on your keys. You know, just wipe your
Phone
phone
in the
down.
car.
It's just a little preventive maintenance goes a long way. So we want to see you all here next week. All right, and be sure after you, if you haven't already, you know, once you do and you hit that subscribe and like button, all that stuff, tell your friends to check us out. Watch. You got someone who loves wrestling?
3, 2,
You
1,
know,
screw Throwdown.
You know, send them our way. Tell them to check us out. If you like movies, you know, come check us out. Watch a movie review. You know, just check out some of the other shenanigans that we got on there. And we got more to come. So, all right.
We'll
So-
see you guys next time.
Till next time, I bid you all adieu.
Take care, San Diego.
Stay classy. And, you know, help control populations. Spay and neuter your children. Have a good day.